about that is make it hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on today? Welcome everyone to the one and the only. This is the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live right now as we speak. It's being seen and heard live right now on the NGBN .TV network page, as well as the Big Time Show Facebook page, as well as the goodness, I got so many places, I'm sorry. The YouTube page, as well as Twitch and Twitter, and as well live right now on Instagram. Right now I see one of my fraternity brothers just joined in on Instagram. Kane Cutter, what's up, brother? What's up, Newt? What's going on? I rarely get a chance to look at the Instagram people who join and who may even comment, but I see you over there. Kane Cutter, what's up with you? Thank you for popping in on me. I'll speak to everyone else. Believe I acknowledge everywhere where I am. Hope that you are having a great Saturday evening. It's 3 o'clock, a little past 3 o'clock, which only means that I am here. What's going on? I see you on Twitter, Alan. What's going on? Joe, what's up? I see some people in here that haven't spoken to me, but what's going on, everybody? Hope that you are having a great Saturday afternoon. Hope that you're having fun. We need to have fun. In case you're not, welcome to a little entertainment / education right here at the Big Time Show podcast. And hopefully we can come together and learn something. Or for some, because I got all kind of Cowboy fans that watch. I got some still in rehab. I have some that have moved on. And then I got some that out here just wondering. They don't know what direction to go. They don't know really what to say. They're still in a state of shock. That's where we really are. And I believe that all of us fall, if you're a Cowboy fan, all of us fall into one of those three categories. Now, some of y'all may be asking right now, well, Brooks, where do you stand? Where I hear you, Alan. Some of them Eagle fans, they'll watch too. They better not say nothing though, because they know they ain't got nothing to talk about either. So I'm waiting on them, Alan. I'm waiting on them to say anything. They better not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But some may ask, where do you stand? What kind of Cowboy fan are you, Big Time? What kind of fan are you? Well, I moved on. Okay, I'll say that. Uh, I moved on, but I'm still in a state of shock. You know what I'm saying? My expectations because of what I saw during the season, my expectations were um, pretty high. It was pretty high, and to go down the way that we did, I'm still kind of messed up about it. All right, so I ain't gonna even lie to you. But that's really not the reason why I'm in a state of shock. I'm in a state of shock, y'all, because of what's been going on lately, which is what we're forced to talk about. We ain't got time to talk about what we did on 3rd and 15 and all that kind of stuff. Them days is over with. You can't even replay that on your Xbox or your PlayStation 5. You can't even replay it. You got to move on. So that's where I am right now as we speak on right now about um, where we are as far as this state of the off season that I'm in. Y'all forgive me, but I'm sharing right now. It may seem like I'm a little off, but I'm not. Just sharing with some more groups. I hope that you would do the same, and let's have some fun. Listen, I am on the NGBN.TV network, a network that is growing day by day. More shows are being added that covers a lot of ground. It's more than sports. What's up, John? I see you, brother. Appreciate you popping in on me. It's more than sports. It's more than, just talking Cowboys and whatever other teams. We have guys, I believe, one a former player for the Seattle Seahawks, actually. One day I'm going to bring him on here. Big Dave is what we call him. Former player, president of the National of the Players Alumni Association. So he's a big wheel. He was able to get a lot of our athletes for the network to interview on Super Bowl week. Hall of Famer Jonathan Ogden. He had Sean Merriman. He had Charlie Batch. He had Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer Rod Woodson, interviewed with the network, all because of him and his connection. So I'm gonna bring him on one day. We're just gonna talk about. He's a Seattle Seahawks fan, but shows are growing. I hope you guys by now have at least downloaded the NGBN.TV network, so you can have that. That's where I am. It's not. It's just everything. What we're trying to do as a group is trying to impact men's lives. The suicide rates are real between the ages of 40 to 60, and we're just trying to do something. If we could just take people's minds away from whatever trouble they may have or whatever they're going through, whatever depression they're in, this show will do it. If I can entertain people on my little small level, I'll do it. I usually don't join networks, but this one I couldn't resist. And I'm just happy to be among a lot of guys and ladies on the network that are trying their best to do something and make an impact. Before we move, I want to share with you a little bit more about the network, and then we'll be right back.
Not wait any longer. Men are in need of community, brotherhood, and a place to call home. The time is now, and that place is NGBN TV. Powered by men just like you, dedicated to launching a one-of-a-kind streaming TV network for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Our goal is to inspire, entertain, celebrate, educate, and support men. The NGBN TV sneak peek is launching January 29th. We need you on this journey with us. Ad rates at NGBN TV will never be this low again. So join our movement on NGBN.TV and contact us today. NGBN TV, a network for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, coming January 29th.
All right, Dad, we're past the sneak peek. As you already know, we're almost getting closer to March. So the network, in very soon in March, I believe the first week in March, we will be on for 24 hours. Every minute of the day, there will be a show on for forever. That we have that many shows that are part of the network where we will be able to go 24/7. Isn't that incredible? My show will be featured on Mondays. This show, the Big Time Show, will be on Mondays and Saturdays at your regular time that we have now. But I also have a second show if you're interested, where I dip into my spiritual side. Most of you know I'm an assistant pastor here in Memphis, where I've written a book already. It's been out for a while. But from that book, I will do my podcast or show called Seeking Clearer Thoughts. Seeking Clearer Thoughts, where we all have circumstances, but you don't have to look at them all the time in a negative way. There's something that you can find that will help you not to lose your mind. That's what I'm concentrating on, especially for this network whose sole purpose is to try their best to get people to think differently so that they won't fall into deeper modes of depression, and even, yes, contemplating suicide. So that's what that is for. I figured this is a perfect time to bring that out. So that won't be live. It'll be a pre-recorded show. Not exactly sure on what day and what times it will be on. But if you join the Seeking Clear Thoughts YouTube page, if you join that, or even if you just go and download NGBN, that symbol there to your screen there, and put it on your Android phone. I believe next week we'll be on iPhones as well. But if you just join that, the show is already there. I got one show for that already. And I have my own on-demand channel as well. So you can watch me at any time. All the big time shows are there. So, hey, you can't miss me. Hope that you would support me in this endeavor. And I believe that's enough talking now. I have to do all that because I got to pay the bills and all that kind of stuff. Y'all forgive me, but it is what it is. Listen, let's talk. If you looked at my title today, I really just got one question, and really this is Freestyle Saturday. And for those that are on Instagram, please join in on the conversation as well. Let me go ahead and just ask you guys this question. I need your help because, see, I got my own view and you have yours. Maybe we'll meet in the middle. Maybe we won't meet in the middle. But it don't mean that your opinion is wrong, and it don't mean mine is wrong. That's why we here together. It's called this today ain't nothing but a group therapy session. That's what it is today. All I want to know is this, and y'all already know what I'm talking about. All right. Based off what you have heard this week alone, based off what you have heard this week alone about the Dallas Cowboys, two things in particular. And two things in particular, and that is the salary cap addition, and then what you've heard about Dak Prescott and his contract. As we all knew this conversation would come. I want to know from you, because, see, everybody done heard all the stats and all that kind of stuff. We need to take inventory right now on fans, because you see the Cowboys' loyalty and their outlook on the season coming up is really going to be dependent on these next few months. And what I want to know is, are y'all excited? That's my first question. I need to see the chats right now. I'll tell you if I'm excited or not. I want to know, and let me make it more clear for you. I want to know, based off of the news that the salary cap is going up to $255 million. We got an extra $30 million. Every team has an extra $30 million. added to the salary cap this year. Don't forget that the Cowboys have, $10 million that rolled over from this season. See, that's where that salary cap champion of the world mess come from. You do realize that whatever you didn't spend the previous season, it rolls over to the next season. So the Cowboys also bring in 10.3, I believe, 10,300,000, whatever, to this, and add also to it's a rollover. So the Cowboys come in obviously with plenty of money. Plenty of money. Plenty. They can almost pay 3 contract extensions. 3 max deals. They can. And will have plenty left over. Those are the facts. Then what you heard about the never ending conversation of one Dak Prescott and his contract, which everybody has an opinion on. Everybody got an idea of where he's going to get paid or how much he's going to get paid. I want to know, are you excited? I already see John. John say he's nervous. Alan said yes, but he's hesitant. Oh, Alan, I'm coming. You ain't got to worry. I'm coming. See, everybody think they got to figure out, but see, the problem is you ain't heard nothing from the Jones family, or you haven't heard anything from Dak Prescott's people. You haven't heard anything. So what we got on right now is a bunch of people who are assuming. You see what I'm saying? They are assuming, just like me. I've heard from ESPN. I've heard from Fox TV. I've heard from Shannon and Stephen A. I've heard from Skip and Richard Sherman and Michael Irvin and Keyshawn Johnson. I heard all of them. I heard First Things First. I've heard Chris Broussard. I've heard Shady McCoy, Joy Taylor, Ocho. I've heard all these people assuming they know what Dak is going to ask for. They assume that Dak is going to reset the market. They figure he's going to ask for all his. Hey, Shanika, how you doing? They assume. Because see, Dak agent haven't said anything until he say something. Until the Jones family say something. Nobody knows what Dak really wants. Nobody. You can figure it out all you want to. You can assume. I heard Mike Greenberg, and Rex Ryan, and all these folks, figuring out that he's going to want $60 million a year. He's going to want, really it could be 62, whether y'all know that or not. But anyway, he wants $60 million a year. He wants to be the highest paid in the league. I ain't heard nothing from Dak. I haven't heard anything from Dak's agent. I haven't heard anything from the Jones other than them saying that Dak Prescott is going to be the Dallas Cowboy quarterback for a long time. That's the only thing I heard. I don't know how everybody know. And look, I'm not. I can't tell you what he wants. So, Alan, that's my answer to your question. You say, what are they going to offer Dak? I don't know, but I think some common sense have to come into play. I got 2 names in particular, and we'll start there. Jalen Hurts gets paid $51 million average per year. 51. Jalen Hurts got his team to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts was voted a runner-up MVP the year 2 years ago. Was an All-Pro, second team All-Pro, and based off that 1 year, one real good year, he became for a moment the highest paid quarterback in the league. And he gets paid $51 million a year. He was then bypassed by as of right now, the second highest paid quarterback in the league, which is one Justin Herbert. A quarterback who gets a lot of credit for potential. Not what he's actually done. He gets a lot of credit for his potential or what people think he's going to be. Not what he is right now at the present moment. He gets a lot of credit because he's 6'3", 6'4". He has a rocket arm. And he looks the part. And based off that little criteria there, because the truth of the matter is, and I don't want to hear nothing about, well, he had different coordinators. He just ain't had stability. Look, the bottom line is, when you're investing into a player, you don't really pay people for potential. Everybody that got drafted got potential. Everybody. But you don't pay them for potential. You pay them for what they've showed you on the field and what they have done in order for them to demand the type of salary that they're requesting. It's what you have done. It's not what they think you're going to be doing. They think a number one draft pick going to be the franchise quarterback. They don't pay. That's why they give you years. And if you don't meet the mark, you're going to be something like Baker Mayfield. You'll never get the highest paid. You'll fall somewhere in the middle of the pack because that's what you have shown. So then my question is not about Jalen Hurts, because Justin Herbert is getting paid more than Jalen Hurts. And right now as we speak, Justin Herbert is the second highest paid quarterback, only behind Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert is getting paid $52 million a year. And he hasn't done absolutely nothing. Y'all quiet in the chat room, but it's the truth. Justin Herbert has done absolutely nothing. Nothing. He got his team to one playoff game and he lost that. He's been in the league 3-4 years, whatever. He hadn't won nothing. He hadn't won a division. He hadn't been he's not been a candidate for Offensive Player of the Year. He has not, he made a Pro Bowl by default. When I say default, he made Pro Bowl because the other three quarterbacks didn't want to go. So they had to pick somebody. So, I'm just going by the facts. So if you want to count that Pro Bowl appearance, you can have that. He hasn't won a division. He hasn't won. He hadn't been in MVP voting. He hadn't been in the Offensive Player of the Year voting. Matter of fact, the Chargers barely over. Over 500 at least one time. Other than that, they've been having losing records. I realized he broke his finger that year and he sat out a lot of games. I'm not going to count that against him in fairness to him. But when he does play, the Chargers ain't done absolutely nothing. I understand that he's in the division with Mahomes. I don't expect him to win. I don't expect him to win the division as long as Mahomes there. But shoot, the Raiders got a better record than he got. Hello. Who's the other team? The Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, AFC West. I'm sorry. Who else I'm missing? I forgot. Forgive me for not having my brain all the way together right now. But Justin Herbert ain't even coming in second in his own division. And he is, thank you, Denver. Thank you, John. Denver. I mean, forget Mahomes and the Chiefs. I mean, Mahomes got that division on lock the way that Brady used to have the AFC East. It wasn't no competition. But at least you ought to come in second. Can't even do that. But I'm still saying, and these are the facts, the Chargers believe in him so much that they made him the second highest paid quarterback as of right now. And he has done nothing. So based off those two names, Jalen Hurts, one good year. This year right here, nowhere to be found. Like I said, he was going to happen. All right. Jalen Hurts, I give him credit 2 years ago. Hey, simply outstanding. Took his team to the Super Bowl. Runner-up, MVP of the whole National Football League. Well-deserved. Pro Bowl player. All-pro player. He got $51 million, listen, off one good year. One. 3 years as a starter, Jalen Hurts. The first year, shaky. Second year, went to the Super Bowl. Third year, back to shaky. One good year. $51 million. Justin Herbert have done absolutely nothing. And he's the second highest paid quarterback in the league. Now, based off that, I didn't mention Joe Burrow because I'm not mentioning Joe Burrow. I'm not mentioning Josh Allen. I'm not. But certainly, Dak Prescott, ladies and gentlemen, based off just those two. So you want to blame Dak for asking for $60 million, or if that's the case, or asking for 55 or 57, whatever the case may be. You want to blame Dak for that? No, ladies and gentlemen. You blame the ownership of the Los Angeles Chargers. You blame the ownership of the Philadelphia Eagles for what's getting ready to happen with Dak Prescott. See, Joe Burrow, to me, y'all, okay, y'all may not agree, whatever. Joe Burrow, I don't have no problem with Joe Burrow being the number one paid quarterback in the league. I don't. Not Joe Burrow. If Mahomes, I mean, we all know Mahomes deserves to be the highest paid, but he signed that gigantic deal to bring flexibility to the team. And it is what it is. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. Everybody know that. I don't have no problem with Lamar Jackson having what he got. But don't y'all know that Lamar Jackson is getting less paid than Justin Herbert? Figure that out. Figure that out, y'all. Okay? I'm just telling you. Justin Herbert waited until Lamar Jackson got his, came over the top of Lamar, and got paid more than Lamar. Why? Because he was next. I wish y'all would say he was next. I'm preaching in here. Y'all don't like it. But I'm telling you. The reason why Justin Herbert, we all know Lamar is better. Everybody know that. But the reason why Justin Herbert got paid more, he's the second highest over Lamar, over Josh Allen. The reason why he got it was because simply he was next in line. Now, based off that right there, what in the world y'all think Dak Prescott gonna ask for? Do you really believe he's gonna ask less than what Jalen Hurts got at $51 million? Are you crazy? All Dak got to go in and say to Jerry Jones is, no, you can't pay me $51 million because I'm better than him. I'm better than Jalen Hurts. You can't, okay, well, we'll carry you up to 52 like Justin Herbert. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That's where the beginning of the contract negotiations start. If I'm Dak, that's what I'm saying. It starts with Justin Herbert. It don't start, you don't want to carry me up to 50, whatever it is with Burrow, I'm fine. Okay, that's cool. My negotiations start. My negotiations start. It don't mean I'm going to settle, but my negotiations start in guaranteed money and average per year with Justin Herbert. Well, why is that, Dak? Because I'm better than Justin Herbert, and I got a whole boatload of resume to show you. I'm all pro this year. I led the league in touchdown passes. I'm a Pro Bowler too. And I didn't get it by default. I was voted in. And just in case you don't want to put much on Pro Bowl, I was voted all pro this year by the writers, the one y'all say that count the most. I'm better than Justin Herbert. So my contract starts at wherever Justin Herbert got. That's where we begin talking at. So we already on $52 million right there per year. Whatever the guaranteed money is, it is what it is. If I'm Dak, that's where I'm going. Okay. Well, with Dak, I'm talking as Jerry Jones now. With Dak, you can play this out, and we can pay you that because you're gonna count against the salary cap, I believe. $60 million, I believe, or 60, I believe. 60, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If Dak does not get an extension, I believe that his cap hit is 59 or 60 million anyway. So the way I'm looking at it is, we really ain't talking about nothing. If you really look at it, what is Dak really, if he wanted 60 million? Thank you, Michael Evans. If they, listen, y'all, see, this part y'all got to start thinking about. Let's look at this. It's common sense, y'all. This is not hard. $59 million if they don't extend Dak. That's what's going to count against the cap. $59 million. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the starting point for Dak's contract. If you don't pay me, you're going to have to pay me $59 million. So all y'all that's hung up over $60 million a year, he ain't asking if that was the case. He ain't asking for about $600 more $1,000. Are you kidding me? See, y'all about to fall out and have, y'all about to have conniptions and about to lose y'all mind. Y'all come on in here with me so y'all can calm down a little bit. Y'all calm down. Calm down. If you don't extend him, he's going to get $59.4 million a year anyway. And y'all hung up over saying he shouldn't get paid $60 million. That's just ridiculous. No, it's just called a $600,000 raise. That's all it is. That's all it is. He already got 59 in the bag. Don't blame me that. That's what his agent set out long when he signed the $40 million a year. Don't blame that. He just played it out. This is what the contract was years ago when he signed it. This is where we are. Well, Jerry, here's Jerry. Oh, okay, you got me on that one. Oh, really? If I get you get 60 million, you really only asking for $600,000 more dollars. Shoot, I got that in my pocket. Come on now. Come on now. All right, now, if he wanted to, if he even go up and say 61, if he even say 61, he ain't asking for much. He already got 59.4 in the bag. That's what his contract would be if he play it out. Now, if you do that, don't come talking to me about all in. Don't come, if you let Dak play it out, that's fine. That's your decision. But don't come to me and the fan base saying that we're all in and we're gonna try our best to win the Super Bowl. No, you ain't, cause you cap strong by Dak Prescott if you let him play it out. You ain't got no money. You're not gonna have it. You got to pay everybody else. By the time you pay everybody else, you ain't gonna have nothing. You're not gonna have anything. Dak Prescott will cripple the salary cap. Everybody knows this. So you can't do that. Okay, well, Jerry, well, you got us on that. Well, I'm gonna trade you. You can't trade me because he has a no trade clause. Whoever this agent man, whoever the Dak's agent was, he needs to be commended because he saw something that we didn't see 4-5 years ago, however long it was. This guy, we're gonna franchise. We're gonna franchise you. Can't do that no more because you already franchised me twice. You can't do that. You can't. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, to make a long story short, Dak Prescott has the Dallas Cowboys right where he wants them. Whether you like it, it's like Ric Flair said, whether you like it or don't like it, sit down and learn to love it because that's what's going to happen. He got them completely on whatever angle you want to come from. Dak Prescott is on top of the situation. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboys are not stupid. He will get extended. He's already got $59.4 million coming to him if they decide not to pay him. Ladies and gentlemen, he won't probably going to get $60 million, which in all sense really is nothing but a $600,000 raise. What y'all so mad at? What y'all think he's supposed to? I guess y'all thinking he's supposed to get less than Joe Burrow. I think Burrow is at 55. So I guess y'all feeling like the Dak supposed because he's not as good as Joe Burrow. So I guess you feel like he's supposed to get paid 50, 53. But I'm sorry. Some of y'all say that Jalen Hurts is better. So Jalen Hurts get 51. So I guess y'all think Dak's supposed to get under 51. Okay. Well, some of y'all think that some of y'all think Matthew Stafford is better. And y'all put Dak way down. Y'all think he's supposed to get the same amount as Baker Mayfield or something. See what I'm saying? When the real truth of the matter is this. Dak Prescott was a top 5 quarterback this year. Dak Prescott led the league in touchdowns. Dak Prescott was voted a second-team All-Pro. It's only 2 quarterbacks that made All-Pro this year, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott. Those are the facts. And yes, if you want to mix in the negative, Dak Prescott left after the first round of the playoffs. But unfortunately, they pay the quarterback off of what you have done. Now, I know what some of y'all going to say, what if Dak Prescott done? Or depending on what your standard is, but let me say this. What I'm saying is he's done more than Justin Herbert. He's done more than Jalen Hurts. Hello. Therefore, he deserves the money. Since he's done more, he should get more money. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's not hard. I know y'all don't like him. I know y'all don't like him, but see, in order to see, I'm telling you what the facts are and why he's gonna get paid. You're telling me why he should get paid because he ain't won but 3 playoff games, 2 playoff, whatever it is. You telling me that. But they pay the quarterbacks based off potential. Hello. That's what they did for Herbert. Herbert, it ain't playoff wins because Herbert ain't won nothing. But he's the second highest paid quarterback in the league. You got to respect that. And that's what's going to happen because the Cowboys know they have to. Now, I'm done with that. I've said that a million times. Y'all have said it. Some of y'all still don't believe it. That's fine. Dak going to get paid. When he gets paid, I'm going to be right here and let y'all just gripe and moan and all that when they say that Dak Prescott probably will be the highest paid quarterback in NFL league history. It's going to happen. I've been saying it. Do I think he deserves, just because he's the highest paid, is he the best? No. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. No doubt about it. But Dak Prescott is next in line. That's why Justin Herbert got paid more than Lamar Jackson. That's why he got paid more than Josh Allen, because he was next in line. Usually the quarterbacks that are next in line, 9 times out of 10, are going to be either the top or the next guy that is highest paid in the league. Guess what? Dak Prescott is next. And he has a resume behind his name. He is going to be, whether you like it or not, number one, he's going to be the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. So your dreams, I don't know why you're dreaming it, but your dreams of Trey Lance, you might as well flush it down the toilet. Just stop it. Okay? Just stop it. It's not going to happen unless injury happens. Your dreams of starting over again, that's not going to happen because they're going to sign him to probably 3 or 4 more years here. Joe, there's a lot of people getting paid more than Mahomes. Justin Herbert getting paid more than Mahomes. Hello. I believe that Jalen Hurts is getting paid more than Mahomes. I believe I'm right. Come on now. It's a lot of quarterbacks. Josh Allen is getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes. So it's just Dak ain't got it yet. He go get it. It's a lot of them. But the reason why, though, Joe, is because they are next. See, if you're good and you're next, you're going to get paid as such. Dak is good. Thank you, Talk about you. Deshaun Watson, who everybody went crazy over. Deshaun got paid. That's because the Cleveland Browns valued Deshaun enough to say, this is the guy. This is the guy that's going to lead us. This is the guy that could get us a Super Bowl. This is the guy that can carry us to the next level. And they paid Deshaun Watson as such. We all knew that Deshaun probably didn't deserve that. And a lot of y'all going to say Dak don't deserve it either. And I understand it. Because when you get paid that type of money, there are certain expectations that come with it. I realize that. I understand that. But it's about who's next. Baker Mayfield is not going to come in demanding that I'm supposed to get paid $58, $59 million. Baker Mayfield not going to do that because he know he ain't got nothing behind his name. He hadn't done nothing. See the difference? Excuse me for a moment. That's why he's not going to get paid like that. Now, Dak Prescott got something behind his name. Well, now, whether y'all count it as much or not, in the market when it comes to quarterbacks, all of it count. The QBR count. The touchdown passes count. Did you win in your division? 3 straight 12-win seasons count in the play for quarterback negotiation. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And some of y'all want to dismiss all that because you don't like that, which is another whole show within itself. And I ain't going to even go there today. See, I could just flip this whole thing around and say, okay, what's the real reason why y'all don't like that? But see, I ain't going to go that route because I got a theory in mind already. I'm going to leave that alone. Some of y'all done heard that all before from me. I'm trying to stay on the air. So I'm going to be quiet about that. Bottom line is, Dak Prescott in just a few more weeks, or really, let me say, it's Terry, who I know is a Dak. He don't like Dak, and I respect him. He said 19 points in a playoff game gets you $60 million. I'm in the wrong business. Well, let me say this. Terry, Justin Herbert ain't had but one playoff game, period. And he's the second highest paid quarterback in the league. So what you just said there is that could be talked about. Ain't no question about that. Okay? Ain't no question about that. I'm not disagreeing with you. But talk about Justin Herbert, though, who ain't made but one playoff game in his 3-4 year, whatever. And he's supposed to be all this and that. When they talk about Justin Herbert, you think the clouds are seeing on his head or something. Nobody says anything bad about Justin Herbert. They make excuses for him. Nobody really says anything bad about Josh Allen and the turnover machine that he is. Double-digit interceptions every year. Add on the fumbles that he has every year. Nobody says that, but Dak Prescott can throw one interception in one game and it make front page news for the whole week. But when they say Josh Allen, he's on the cover of Madden 24. Oh, what a play. Highlight reel. But nobody wants to say the main leader, one of the top turnover machines in the whole league. Nobody will say that about Josh Allen. You pull up his stats right now, you'll be shocked. See how many interceptions he had every year. How many turnovers are from fumbles, from him running, he has every year. Don't make me pull up the stats, y'all. Don't make me pull up the stats. Because y'all know Josh Allen don't get the kind of heat that Dak Prescott get. Y'all know that. So I don't even want to do it. The bottom line is, he's going to get paid. Because it's more than just paying him. It's really about where he has this this franchise at this very moment. He has really left the Cowboys no choice but to extend him. You can't trade him. They can't franchise him. If you let him play out the contract, he counts as $59 million on the salary cap. You cannot let that happen. They have to do something. Terry said again, $2 super chat. Herbert is overrated, hot garbage. Yeah, but they paid him like he was the MVP of the league, though. This is what's leading to Dak. This is why it's leading to Dak. I ain't saying he garbage and all that. I'm just saying he ain't done nothing. The bottom line is Justin Herbert has done nothing other than look like if you want to say, okay, what does a quarterback supposed to look like? You might call out Justin Herbert's name, 6'3", 6'5", whatever he is. Rocket arm, can throw the ball 80 yards down the field in the air, all that kind of stuff. Got a stronger arm, can do all, athletic, he looks the part. I give him that. But he ain't done nothing. And he ain't done more than Dak Prescott. Now, I said all that to say this. And I ain't going to go there. Excuse me. I'm not going there because I really could tell a lot of y'all why y'all don't like Dak Prescott. I'll give you one. The real one I ain't going to give to you. Here's the real reason why a lot of y'all don't Dak Prescott. Because he took away your quarterback's position, the beloved Tony Romo. That's one reason. Folks started hating Dak Prescott. They loved Dak Prescott for the 10, the 12, whatever it was. 12-win winning streak that year in his rookie year. And then when it was time for Tony Romo to come back from injury. They turned on Dak because Tony Romo gave up the spot in a press conference, or they said we're not going to switch it out. The Cowboys have won 10, 11, 12 games in a row. We're on a real good rhythm. And the reason why a lot of y'all don't like Dak Prescott is because he took away the job from Tony Romo. For that. That's really skimming the surface, though. That's really not the real reason. But I'm going to leave that one alone. All right. Now, let's go now to the part most of y'all want to talk about. And then I'm done for the day. Because they're going to extend Dak Prescott, and it's going to open up, along with some other players that they're going to restructure, we're going to have a lot of money. On a side note, I don't know if this have anything to do with it, but I heard, and I saw a stat, that Taylor Swift alone, by herself, generated the NFL over $330 million for this year. Just for her showing up to Kansas City games. Just for her sitting up in the press box. Just for all them times they swung to her and let her see her cheer and all that kind of stuff. Just following her as she walk into the building. Just for her. She's brought eyes to the NFL that wouldn't usually come. And all of the owners now got an extra $30 million in their salary caps. Every owner. Was it the betting? I'm quite sure it's more than Taylor Swift. The betting, all of that counts. $330 some odd million generated by one person, Taylor Swift. And now the players are going to benefit. So now, since they got $30 more million, throw in another 10 because the 10 from last season that the Cowboys didn't spend, it rolls over to this year. So you might as well say 40, for at least for the Dallas Cowboys. All right, that's an extra 40. Plus, you're going to restructure more people other than Dak Prescott. I say it all to say this, y'all. Because Jerry opened up his big mouth and said, we're all in. Now, if you've been with me, if you've been hanging with me, you already know what I done said about that. I don't get hype about that at all because my version of all in, I guarantee you, is quite different than Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones' version of all in. I know it's different. I'm not doing anything. So I'm going back to my original question. As y'all look at the title, I asked y'all the question, are you excited? Here's my answer. My answer is I'm neutral. I'm not doing it because even though we got a nice bit of money that we can actually do some things this year, it still don't match the philosophy of the Dallas Cowboys. That's why I'm not getting excited, y'all. I hate to rain on y'all parade, but last time I checked, ain't Stephen Jones still on this in the front office? It's Stephen Jones. Yes, that same Stephen Jones. Yes, that one. Yeah, that one. That same Stephen Jones, who is cheap as all outdoors. Is he still there? I can't get excited. Is Jerry Jones still there? The one that let Stephen Jones run the organization. That's the risk taker that we used to know in Jerry Jones. We ain't seen him except for a few small occasions. The Greg Hardy signing. That was Jerry Jones. That was not Stephen Jones. Jerry said, I don't care, Greg Hardy, you got 30 guns on your bed. I don't care what you've done. We're going to sign you because I want you to go get the quarterback. That's Jerry Jones. The Trey Lance deal was Jerry Jones. They've already said it. Jerry said, I did it all on my own. I did it. It wasn't Steven. This was just me. That was Jerry Jones, the risk taker. All this attempt to be the salary cap undisputed champs of the world, that's Steven Jones. That's Steven. The one that shops on free agency on day 8 and 9 and 10 instead of day 1 and day 2. That Steven Jones. Is he still in the building? I can't get excited because we got a whole lot of money. I know who's negotiating. It's Steven Jones. Because, see, I saw a lot of Cowboy fans getting all excited. Oh, go buy. Go get some folks. Look, y'all. Look. That, I don't know how many years we got to keep going through the same thing. We go through this every year, and a lot of people bite the apple only to be disappointed every single year. What is the playbook? Cowboys need some free agency help to get over the hump. The names start coming up. Every name that comes up, they are for some reason associated with the Dallas Cowboys. Every name that come up. He would look good at Dallas. The Cowboys could use him. Why the Cowboys? Every running back that's been called out that's been associated with the Cowboys. Will Saquon Barkley stayed in the NFC East, but in a different uniform? Will he go with the Cowboys? Come on now. Derrick Henry, associated with the Cowboys. Josh Jacobs, associated with the Cowboys. Every linebacker, associated with the Cowboys. We do this every single year, and yet the names just keep on passing us by. Because the Cowboys, the truth be told, the media says, now it's not Jerry Caron, it's the media that calls out these names. Cowboys ain't called out the name at all. They have a plan. They shop on day 8 and day 9 of free agency for depth, as they love to say. The Cowboys ain't thinking about none of these big names. They brought Bobby Wagner down for an interview and let him leave the building without a contract offer. That's been documented. What? You done flew Bobby Wagner in and then offer him a contract? What kind of sense that make? That showed me how serious you were. Because the truth is, you knew you didn't want to pay Bobby Wagner a whole lot of money. So you just gonna say, hey, we gonna talk to you, say how great you are, let Dan Quinn handle the talking, because we really know we ain't gonna be able to afford you, but we'll just bring you in just to satisfy the fan base, get us talking a little bit, That's come on now. We fall for this mess every year. And every player then, the playbook of the players is, lately, if y'all notice, is that they will call out the name Dallas. They'll call it out. What Hopkins do? Hopkins, the wide receiver, do? He down there with Dez Bryant. I heard y'all looking for me. Y'all remember that? Talking about the Cowboys. Remember that? Yeah, so he that was his first team that got some recognition last year, the Cowboys. Do y'all remember a few years ago when Earl Thomas ran behind Jason Garrett to the locker room? Come get me. Had the chance to go. Cowboys talking about it. He went to the highest bidder, the Baltimore Ravens. So the playbook of the players is, lately, is that they will use the brand of the Cowboys to drive their price up. I don't know why we keep falling for this, y'all. This ain't the Cowboys of old with Michael and Dion and Troy and Jay Novacek and all that kind of stuff. The truth of the matter is not a lot of teams, a lot of players want to play for the Cowboys. They don't like them. You got Dez Bryant and Cole Beasley running their mouth telling everybody how bad the organization is. The players respect Dez. They respect Cole Beasley. They listening to what they're saying, and they say, ain't no sense me even packing my bags, even going down there for an interview. Hello? All these names that have been called out by the Cowboys, nobody came. Nobody came. I'm just saying, y'all. Don't y'all, I'm trying to help y'all. Cause see, y'all gonna be mad cause it's true. The Cowboys are gonna have a lot of money. Ain't no excuses now. They can't say they can't go get nobody. They can't say it. The money is there. Everybody know it. But y'all gonna be fire hot. Cause y'all heard Jerry say, we're all in. And you gonna try to impose your definition of all in on the Jones family. And they ain't even in the same ballpark that you thinking. All in to them mean we gonna run it back with the players that we got. We can keep them. We ain't gotta let nobody go. We gonna have enough money. We can run it back with the same thing. That's their version of all in. And we're gonna keep it all in. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to stockpile our draft picks and and get the best players that are there. And we're gonna stay young. We're gonna do this, what they always have done, draft and develop. But as far as y'all thinking that we gonna do, look, they'll fool. Look, I'll be the first one to get on here if they fool me and go get somebody. If they do it, I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong. But I done seen enough from Steven and Jerry for years to know what they gonna do. Huh? I see you, Karan. I'm telling the truth. So y'all need to tone it down now before y'all blood pressure go up some more. Calm down. I told y'all I'm neutral. Y'all get excited if you want to. I'll be excited once I see it. I don't see it, y'all. I've seen enough of Stephen Jones. I've seen enough of Stephen Jones to know, even with the money that we know we gonna have, and you'll be able to offer a lot of guys some very nice contracts, at least from the free agency realm. I ain't talking about 3 or 4 players either. I'm talking about 1 or 2 impact players that you'll be able to get it. I see you, JD. JD's talking about Danielle Hunter. Those 2 pass rushers, free agents that we out there are thin there, and there's a connection with Zimmer. Hunter had monster years on the Zimmer. He did. Would I love him? Yeah. Hunter is a all pro player. Yeah. I would love it. But that type of guy demands big money. So you can't see with the salary cap. So you can't come talking about, well, we're saving up for Parsons. No. I got some good news for you. Next year, the salary cap gonna go up even more. It's gonna go up even more next year. With the betting that's just taking over. If Taylor Swift, good Lord, if Taylor Swift generated $330 million just by her showing up in a press box, and the money came to the league, good God. Shoot, what do you think she gonna get if her and Travis Kelce are still together? You don't think that some of these other celebrities are noticing the pattern? Some of these beautiful women that are out there, and all they got to do is latch on to some guy, the real popular women, the one that everybody like, everybody. You don't think that some other women ain't trying to do the same thing? Why? Look, watch this. Some of y'all don't know this. Why do y'all think that C.J. Stroud in the Super Bowl, was in the press box that was bought by the Kardashians. Y'all don't believe me? Go look it up. Why do y'all think CJ Stroud, as young as he is, 21, 22 years old, why do you think the Kardashians wanted CJ up there? Y'all better understand the game. Come on now. The salary cap is going to go up even next year. I'm telling y'all, though, as far as the Dallas Cowboys go, see, some teams that are going to be so excited, they will be all in. Do you believe that the Philadelphia, after what you've seen from Philadelphia and their aggressiveness in going after players, trading for players, signing free agents, you don't believe that Philadelphia ain't about to go crazy with this extra $30 million, man, to try to make sure they get over the top? You don't think that a team like the San Francisco 49ers, who are so close from raising the trophy up in there, do you really believe they're just going to sit by with an extra $30 million and not about to say, hey, to one of these big real players and say, hey, come on, we need you. You come with us, we win the Super Bowl next year. You don't think that some of these guys ain't going to want to play with a team who they really feel like they about to make the Super Bowl? That's what the $30 million is for, though, JD. That's what the extra 30 is for. See, long as you got Hurts, long as you got AJ, long as you got Devontae Smith on the other side, long as you got this defense, pretty much in gear, you're going to lose some people. I agree, JD. But they ain't going to fall off the map. Plus, you got $30 million who their owner will gladly give it to them. These teams that are close, an up-and-coming team like the Detroit Lions, you don't think they ain't about to go after somebody big? I just saw Xavier Howard got released by the Miami Dolphins, 4-time Pro Bowl, I think 2-time All-Pro cornerback who still can play, and he's just a cap casualty probably. You don't think somebody ain't about to come swallow him? Somebody good. Somebody good, I mean. And these are the type of dudes that the Dallas Cowboys just let walk on by. You don't think that the Baltimore Ravens, who lost J.K. Dobbins, who lost Justin Hill, if I'm not mistaken. Not Hill, but the other running back they had that showed up big. Lost him to injury. They were stuck with Justin Hill and Gus Edwards for their running backs. You don't think that the Baltimore Ravens, they're not about to go ask for Derrick Henry either? You really believe that these big name players are just going to automatically take one deal and look at it and think about just one deal? Or are they going to put themselves in position for a bidding war? Hello. Because if you think that the Dallas Cowboys are the only team calling out Derrick Henry's name, you probably need to check some things out as far as football goes. And see, that's when the rubber going to hit the road for the Dallas Cowboys about this our version of all in. Because see, you're going to get into a bid war. Are you going to take a second crack at the bid is my question. See, with $30 million, see, the running backs may get what they've been looking for now. I don't know, Shane. Respect your opinion. We're just going off the history. And yes, history can change. But you've been a Cowboy fan for a while. You know what the Jones family does as far as this time of the year. You tell me what you think they're gonna do. All of a sudden, turn over a brand new leaf. All of a sudden, Steven Jones is not gonna be cheap. Just gonna be ready to spend. After he done shown you for the last 6-7 years that he is a bargain type dude. I'm just going off what we done say. I'm at the point that it would shock me if we did. But first things first. Until Dak Prescott gets restructured or the extension, that's when all the rest of the dominoes are gonna fall. Dak Prescott is first. Then you'll have a better idea of which way we're going. Dak Prescott has to get done. Yeah. See, everybody got the couch. Thank you, JD. That's a good one. That's a very good one. And I think we're included on this as well. JD says, I've noticed around the league, teams are releasing their centers. He says, it sounds like maybe collusion with the owners to hold the money down for that position because the tackling guards are making bank. I like that, JD. And we're going to be in that mix too. I don't think we're signing Tyler Biadasz. I think we're going to lose our center. And that's why everybody in the draft, a lot of people have us picking that kid out of Oregon who's a monster at center. The bag of playing Karam is the plan that they've always done. Draft and develop. They're going to get some free agents. But usually it ain't the free agents that we got our eyes on. It's like I said, they get free agents, but it's usually day 8, day 10 free agents. They good for that. They'll get those. Ain't no question about that. They will get those type of guys. But the question is, will they go into it? Thank you, Karam, because you got something else that needs to be addressed. You say the Cowboys are a big market. 100% true. Let me add to what Karam just said. The state of Texas has, if I'm not mistaken, is the taxes. Y'all help me. I don't want to call out the wrong term. The income tax, the state income tax is lower, which obviously means you get to keep more of your money. It's a benefit to sign not only in Dallas, but in Houston as well. Only reason why I say Houston, exactly, JD, that's it. No state tax. Do you know how big that is? So not only Dallas, Houston, the Houston Texans, no income tax, no state tax in Dallas, no state tax in Houston. The state of Texas has no state tax. Trust me, the players know that. That's a lot of money. Did you get the key? It's attractive to play in Texas. So your $30 million a year, I'm just throwing something out, in Texas, you may get to keep 27 or whatever. Rather than going somewhere else, you only get to keep 22. See what I'm saying? That is a factor. That's a factor. The Houston Texans is going to be a factor too. I'm trying to tell you. You ask the players. I don't know the numbers or how much money they really keep because they playing in Texas. But it's more than where everybody else is. That I do know. Because everybody else got state taxes. Got to understand, man. I see you, Karan. They did. It helps that the Thunder was, down at the bottom and picking up high every year too. To get those type of players and credit to Mr. Mornay because he knows basketball, knows the right talent. So he'll go get an SGA, he'll go get a Chet Holmgren, he'll go get all these players. And now look what you got. I give you that. Football totally different though. See, and I hate to be repetitive. I don't mind this, JD. I don't mind this. He said, I hate to tell you, every time it look like Tyron may be coming back on a 1-year deal. He says he's willing to do a more team-friendly deal. I don't mind Tyron Smith coming back. I just know what to expect. Tyron Smith was an all-pro this year. Again, I ain't say Pro Bowl. He was an all-pro. Which means the writer said he's still one of the best in the league. I want because I think we're close. I see. I'm coming from the standpoint of I want to stack the deck like everybody else did. I want to stack the deck like the Rams did. The Rams said we don't care nothing about the draft. We don't care nothing about nothing. We gonna go get Matthew Stafford. We gonna pay Aaron Donald all the money you want, and then we gonna go get Leonard Floyd, and then to top it off, we're going to stack the deck and go get Von Miller too. We're going to go get Odell Beckham, and we're going to have the Super Bowl in our home stadium, and we're going to go after it, and we're going to win it. What did the Rams do? Everybody talking about it. You can't have all that because you ain't got no money. I'm going to say it again. The Rams had Von Miller in his prime still, and Aaron Donald in his prime. And we're going to go get Ndamukong Suh as well. Y'all remember that? They stacked the deck. What Tampa Bay do? We don't care nothing about the future. We got an over 40-year-old quarterback in Tom Brady, and we don't know if he's going to play with us next year. We don't know if he's going to play 2 years from now. All we know is we got him now, and we evaluate that he's still Tom Brady. We going to say, forget the future. We're going to go ahead and get everybody he wants, whether they on the streets or whether they wherever, and we gonna go ahead and win the Super Bowl. Because Tom Brady is here. We got him. We gonna go get him. I forgot Mike Evans. The Rams said we gonna get Jalen Ramsey too. Now, wait a minute. If they get all that, please, Stephen Jones, don't tell me about no solid salary cap. I don't want to hear nothing about it, man. The Rams showed you. I don't want to hear nothing about no salary cap. Thank you for that, Michael. They had Von Miller in his prime. No heat demand money. They had Aaron Donald. So much money. He was in his prime. They went and got a Leonard Floyd. Then they went and got a quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Know how much the quarterbacks get paid. Then they got Jalen Ramsey. Come on, man. Don't tell me nothing about them salary cap. No more. I don't want to hear it. Especially now. The Buccaneers come back. They go get Rob Gronkowski. They go get Tom Brady. They go get Leonard Fournette. They go get the Ian Rusher. Appreciate you, Alan. Thank you for popping in. They go get all these folks. What happened? They won the Super Bowl. They stacked the deck. I'm saying the Cowboys need to do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying you gotta go get 5-6 players. We don't need that. We don't need it. I say we need 1 or 2. Impact players. Day 1 impact. Name that you keep calling out, JD, is a day 1 impact player and Hunter. Day 1 impact. Immediate impact. Soon as you walk in. Automatic day 1 starter. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. There's not a lot of room on his team for that because, again, when you got 17, 18 Pro Bowlers and about 9 All-Pros, you don't have a lot of holes. But we've identified the holes on this show. We know we need probably a center. I think Tyler won't be here. Tyler, be honest. We need a center. We need running backs. And we need linebackers. And we need a defensive tackle. Now, some of that is going to be addressed in the draft, but there are some areas that need to be filled out by free agency. That's what I'm talking about. Huh? We just going to have to. I'm neutral. A lot of people saw this week that we got all this extra money, and a lot of people this week started already spending. Like the Jones family got your mindset. Well, you already know they don't. Y'all might need to share this. Matter of fact, everybody hit the like button for me. Everybody do that. I forgot about that. Everybody hit the like button for me. If you're on YouTube, hit that heart button for me. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button for me. Give me about 15. Just smash it real quick. It's gonna take you but a couple seconds. Just hit it for me. If you don't mind. If you don't mind. Appreciate that so much. I'm neutral. I love the Cowboys. Always have. Ain't going nowhere. If they go down, I go down with them. If they stand up, I'm gonna stand up with them. I ain't changing. I just done seen enough to know how they act. I know how they are. I know how they respond. I know what they gonna do in the off season because they ain't showed me no different in the last few years. I just know how they operate. Their version of all in is probably going to try to bring everybody back. And that may even include Tony Pollard. With this extra money, don't be surprised if Tony Pollard is in this mix that's coming back. Don't be surprised. Tony Pollard want to stay here. He don't want to go nowhere else. Huh? I think Sam Williams, JD, is going to come. That's the one that's going to step it up big. If they let him play, you're going to see that he's a monster. Zay, I'm going to get him right. He's one of the least of my worries. Unless his attitude is bad. If his attitude is bad, we'll have problems. But if his attitude is good, I got a feeling that Sam Williams is about to take that next step. Don't forget about Overshown possibly coming back. Don't forget about Diggs coming back. Now we got to be real careful when it comes to Overshown and Diggs. Because they're coming off ACLs. Now, y'all punished Michael Gallup for having, not looking like himself. Y'all got to keep in mind, he coming off injury. Y'all punished Terrence Steele this year. He was coming off an ACL. He was just playing. He wasn't 100%. Michael Gallup was not 100%. So we got to be real careful about the expectations of Overshown and Trayvon Diggs. They're going to be coming off ACL. Y'all should know by now, by what you've seen, it at least take at least a year and a half, 2 years to get really back to your old self. You have to be careful. Which is the reason why y'all may not want to, but I want to re-sign Stephon Gilmore. I want to bring him back. Just because of that. I don't know how Diggs going to look. And we're not going to watch this. We're not going to know how good Diggs is until week 1. Because Diggs will not be playing in no preseason games. Diggs probably will not be practicing too much. To be honest with you, he probably will not be practicing the whole lot because they don't want to take a chance on that knee. So week 1 may be the time when you really finally see where Diggs really is. Even though the good part about Diggs and Overshown was that they got hurt so early in the year that really, to be honest with you, the whole year's gonna pass. You know what I'm saying? It'll by the time training camp start, it'll be about a year and 6 months since their injury. So we just keep the jury out on them. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about that. I want to sign Gilmore back. We need much insurance as we can. I want to sign Tyron Smith back. Tyron Smith has earned the right, even though see guys like that, Karan, before I go to Tyron. See, the guy that you're talking about is the name that I done heard about too. And that's a Dallas Cowboy type player. Kid from Texas, Jonathan Brooks, who was a stud running back, tore his ACL. He coming back. Y'all know the Cowboys believe that their trainers can make a way out of no way. You already know that. You know they love getting guys that's injured and they ain't got to pay as much money as they would if he was just flat out healthy. These are the type of guys that the Cowboys love. I would not be surprised. And here's the most important thing. The link, Karam, is because the doctor that he has, the doctor is the Dallas Cowboy head doctor. So obviously the Dallas Cowboys gonna get more information on him than anybody. He is the Dallas Cowboys doctor. I mean, the doctor that performed the surgery is the Dallas Cowboys head doctor. So it makes perfect sense for that guy. Exactly. I almost put that on the Big Time Show page, Karan. Just in case you didn't know, pull it up the same place where you saw that at. The guy, the doctor, that performed the surgery on Jonathan Brooks, the running back from Texas, is the Dallas Cowboys head doctor. He's gonna get all that. Cowboys get all the information. They're gonna know exactly where he is. And keep in mind, the Cowboys doctors, when it comes to knees, it ain't too many better. These are the same guys that said Jalen Smith could play on a bum knee, and he did. They also told him he can't play no more. So I got full confidence in the doctor. So they give the stamp of approval. I promise you, don't be surprised if that name get called out maybe in a day 3, day 2, or something like day 3 or day 4. Don't be surprised. I agree with that, Karan. All right, Tyron Smith. Here's the bottom line on Tyron Smith. He's earned the right to go out the way whatever way you want to go. I kind of side with him. Do I say it's time to move on, even though he's still playing at an all-pro level? I say yes, because he could be an all-pro, but if I can't get you for no more than 10 games a year, even though they supposedly found the perfect system for him, they just didn't let him practice. And evidently it worked because he played more this year than he had in the last 3-4 years. So they figured out something. And if Tyron Smith is playing, he's still better than probably about 85 to 90% of any left tackles in the league. He still is. He was an all-pro last year. I mean, come on now. Shane, very interesting question. Since we got money, these are the kind of questions that you can have. And I got the answer for that one. He says, I want y'all's opinion. Do the Cowboys sign Mike Evans or Odell Beckham or another wide receiver? I would say whoever you get. See, my dream, maybe this will answer the question. I need the same type of effect or fear that the Philadelphia Eagles have on defensive coordinators. See, they got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. That's a 1A and a 1B. It ain't no 1A and a B. I want 2 1As out there. That's what I want. So, yeah, I'll take Mike Evans in a heartbeat because that's a 1A and CD is a 1A. If you're going to stack the deck, let's go ahead and stack it. See, that's what I'm talking about, Shane. If we want to stack the deck, Let's go ahead and stack it. I want a defensive coordinator not having no sleep at all. Oh, we're going to double CD. Okay, well, you going to leave Mike Evans one-on-one? And I understand Brandon Cooks there. But ain't nobody scared of Brandon Cooks. They would be scared of Mike Evans, though, wouldn't they? With CD Lamb. Oh, yeah. Jay Ferguson in the middle. Oh, yes. Brandon Cooks is good. But he don't scare you like Mike Evans. That's what I want, Shane. Now we talking. This is what I'm talking about. One or two difference makers. I want Derrick Henry. Because defensive coordinators got to pick their poison if Derrick Henry there. Do we stop the run? Okay, we go one-on-one then outside with CD and hey, Brandon Cooks or who? I mean, Michael Gallup don't scare nobody. See what I'm saying? Jalen Tolbert don't scare nobody. Brandon Cooks changes it a little bit. Teams are scared of CeeDee Lamb. I need the same thing that Philadelphia got. I need a Miami Dolphin type thing. I want a Tyreek Hill on one side, and I want a Jalen Waddle on the other side. That's what I want. Exactly, Shane. Yeah. I don't know if Odell scare people. Well, Odell stay hurt too much too. I don't know if Odell scare people, but is he better than Brandon Cooks at this point? I see you, Mom. That's why I said the Cowboys won't be the only one going, begging for Henry services. I understand it. If he goes to Baltimore, I would not be surprised by Derrick Henry going there. Wouldn't be surprised at all. It's a good fit. Exactly. Give me something. That's what I want. You got the extra money? Let's stack the deck. Mike Evans ain't gonna ask for no $25 million like or $23 million like CD is. Mike Evans may ask for 17, 18, who knows? But that's scary. I want to stack the deck. If you want to make Dak Prescott, some of you say he can't carry the load, he can't do that and all that. Okay, fine. He carried the team this year. Because it sure wasn't no running game. We know that. Okay? And if you say, well, CD carried us, well, who threw him the ball? See, Dak carried the team this year. So you got that. So give him as many weapons as possible. I see you, Mike Evans. Stephon Diggs' name been associated with Dallas for a long time. Only cause his brother there. I don't know if that's true or not or whatever. But if you can find a way to get Stephon in here, that's scary. CD on one side, Diggs on the other side. That's what you call scary. Yeah. Yes, sir. Devontae Adams. Dallas, well, here's the thing, Greg. Dallas ain't going to pay two wide receivers that type of money. That ain't going to happen. So I don't even want to, and I guess they'll eliminate Stephon too. But I don't really want to say Stephon because Trayvon is big and forward. I don't know if Stephon really want to get out. But if they traded for him with a Diggs, the Cowboys offense, man, we were number one in the offense with Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert and Michael Gallup. Put a Stephon Diggs on the other side with CeeDee Lamb, man. Good God. Come on now. This ain't hard to figure out. This ain't hard to figure out, y'all. And we can do some of this stuff. You make it, a trade for Diggs or Devontae. So you're going to have to give up something to get them because both of them, you're going to give up a first round pick, especially for Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams going to cost you. Stephon Diggs going to cost you too. It's just going to be more. It's going to be a lot. You may not be a first, but you're going to have to give up at least Stephon Diggs you may have to give up a second. Multiple seconds. May have to give. I'm serious. See, the guys you calling out, they gonna cost you a little bit, and that might be a price that the Cowboys not willing to pay. But would I love to have a Stephon Diggs? Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Plus, Adams ain't going nowhere either because they love their coach. They love Pierce over there. JD says he don't want the diva. Yeah, but that diva can play though, JD. That diva can play. I don't care what you say about him. And then his brothers over there, the motivation will be there. The Stephon got some devious tendencies, but if it's one thing to be a diva that don't produce, and then there's another thing to be a diva that does produce. He produces. He's gonna give you 100 catches a year. He's gonna give you over 1,000 yards, and he's gonna be a Pro Bowl wide receiver. And you add that to a CD, and you can just imagine how nasty that would be. Now, I know it ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying. Let me put it this way: the positives, at least my view, outweigh the negatives. You got see when you're trying to win the Super Bowl, sometimes you got to put people on your team that you ain't necessarily too fond of. 49ers did that with Randy Gregory. I don't like Randy Gregory. They had Super Bowl on their mind though. They got there. I don't know if they trust Chase Young like that, but they sure went out and got him, didn't they? See, when you trying to win the Super Bowl and stack the deck, you don't care nothing about popularity contest. You trying to win, though. This is what the Cowboys got to match. See, we just talking pre. We don't know what the Cowboys are thinking. They very well could be setting this thing up and may go after some of these people we talking about, and we'll all be happy. Like, okay, we're ready. We're ready. Okay, we're ready. So, I get you, JD. I get you, and some of that may be warranted. What you saying? Say he cried too much when he doesn't get his ball. What wide receiver don't? See what I'm saying? Then you say bad locker room mojo. That part I don't know about because I didn't hear about that in Minnesota. I saw a little bit about that in Buffalo, but they straightened it out. But one thing about it, you can't take away his production. He's produced. So, and Dallas has been known to value production over attitude over the years. That's all I'm saying. Now, I really don't even want to waste time there because I know we're not going to get a Stephon Diggs. I know that. I don't even want to talk about that. Be honest with you, but I'm speaking just from a football standpoint. And having CD on one side and Diggs in the slot or on the outside as well, or having Diggs on the outside and CD go in the slot, and oh my God, come on now, you know it would be nasty. It just ain't no doubt. But that's what I want, to go back to Shane's question. Yes, stack the deck. Mike Evans, I will take it in a heartbeat. If he want to come to Dallas, I will take it in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even think about it. Bring him on. All right. Y'all talking, I told you the freestyle. Here goes Shane, another question. Shane says, would you rather hurt the Giants and sign Barkley, or would you go after another rook back? I don't know if Henry would be a fit. Henry would be a fit, just from the standpoint of the way a defensive coordinator will have to play us. You must respect Derrick Henry. That's all, in my view, what will complete Dak tremendously is having a running back that can hurt you. Derrick Henry can hurt people. Derrick Henry is an answer to the red zone. If there's a problem in the red zone, Derrick Henry is an answer to the red zone. Derrick Henry is a guy that's still going to get you, that's a 100-yard game running back if you give him the ball. No question about that. If you play him, if you bring up a safety in the box, okay, we 1-on-1 somewhere in multiple places. Then you got to say, okay, if I'm 1-on-1 and I got Brandon Cooks 1-on-1 with a cornerback, do you take your chances? Yeah, but you can get better at that by go give me a Mike Evans. Go give me somebody over there that's going to really kill and go 1-on-1. That's what Derrick Henry brings. If you go 1-on-1 with CD, I ain't got to say nothing. You know what's going to happen. I'm even at the point of saying if you go 1-on-1 with Jake Ferguson, you're going to have a problem. But that's what Derrick Henry would bring. And if you don't bring a safety down and you just have a light box, Derrick Henry going to have 1,600 yards. If you don't bring 8 in the box against Derrick Henry, who's used to seeing 8 and 9 men in the box, Derrick Henry will have 1,600 yards next year if he's with the Cowboys. If you don't bring a safety down. If you just worried about Dak Prescott running and, just passing, you say we're going to keep these 2 safeties back. Okay, and you just going to have a light box and you let Derrick Henry get back there, he is going to be possibly the MVP of the league. That's what Derrick Henry does for you. He opens everything up. Can you imagine a 2 tight end set with Derrick Henry? A 3 tight end set with Derrick Henry running the ball? Hush. Hey, please. Would it hurt the Giants? Yeah, it would hurt the Giants. You give me a Saquon Barkley on this team. Guess what? It is just as dangerous as having Derrick Henry. Saquon will kill you. Not only that, Saquon can catch the ball, as we all know. Derrick Henry's not known for catching the ball. Saquon can catch the ball out the backfield. Saquon can give you a 13, 14 if healthy. He can kill you as well. I would take either one and be very happy with it. There's another name that's out there, and I'm not sure because I don't pay attention to the team, but there's another name that nobody ain't been calling. I'm trying to figure out why, unless everybody just doesn't figure it out that he would stay with the team. That's Austin Eckler. Why? I don't know because I don't pay attention to the Chargers. Is it a done deal? Maybe some of y'all do. Is it a done deal that Austin Eckler is assumed to be with the Chargers still? Because he's a free agent too. And you get Austin Eckler, who is lethal. He's on that level. The Chargers ain't won. He's just as dangerous as Saquon and Henry is. Huh? Greg said, which back guys would sign? Which back would guys would we rather sign? Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, or Swift? Look here, Swift. Man, Marlon, I think he on here. Let me tell you something. Swift would be dangerous here. The same Swift from Philadelphia last year. Yeah, he would be dangerous here. He would need another 1-2 punch though. He need another back there. See, Jacobs, Henry, Barkley are bell cows. Now all of them get hurt, but they have bell cow tendencies. Swift is another Tony Pollard type. He'll need another one, another guy, which is fine because that's what everybody else does. Swift would be dangerous. Really depend on how Mike McCarthy want to play this thing. If he want to keep the same offense and run the way that he did last year, Swift might be your guy. Swift might be your guy because he reminds you more of Tony Pollard than anybody else. But if you want to get to a ground and pound game, where your running back really truly is your run orientated offense, then Henry, Barkley, or Josh Jacobs are your guys. And all them guys gonna be bidding war guys. Henry gonna have several teams choose from. Barkley will have several teams. Josh Jacobs, even I believe Josh Jacobs gonna be with the Raiders. I believe they'll franchise him again before they let him go. He loves Antonio Pierce. JD says, I think the Chargers are going to draft the running back out of Michigan, Corum. Harbaugh's boy. Yeah, but he won't be the starter. See, I love Blake Corum too, and I'm a Michigan fan. But Blake has taken a lot of hits. A lot of hits over his years in Michigan. And them tires, they're going to lose a lot of tread rather quickly. So you can't take a beating like Corum has and think you just going to come in the league and going to be fresh for the next 6 years or so. No, he's already taken a lot of hits. Them tires going to be a little low. Still going to be productive, but he's going to be a little low. JD said, I think Zach Miss would be a steal and wouldn't cost as much. Dude was balling out before Taylor came back to be the starter. Yes, he would be. I like it. Joe said, I still like Pollard for a cheaper price with Barkley. That's all depending on what Pollard is thinking, though. You know what I'm saying? I think Pollard would like to come back, and I think what did he get paid? 10 last year? You can't disrespect him too much now. He did get 10 last year. So you can't disrespect him. You can't go down too far. If you talk about a team-friendly price, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I heard about this kid here, Greg. That's a man. That's all I'm saying. He's a man. He's a man. That's a running back. That's power and speed. Breakaway speed. Hey, I haven't really watched a lot of tape on him. I ain't really watching the highlights. I know about him. I've seen him in a couple games, some highlights. Really haven't really studied him, but I know he's a great athlete. I'll give him that. He's just playing in the Big Ten, in the land of Ohio State and Penn State and Michigan. And, other teams want to get a lot of publicity. He can play, though. He's dangerous. And Wisconsin line wasn't what they always, consistently were this year. But he's a player. That guy there is worth. Y'all see that? Braylon Allen from Wisconsin. Y'all might need to go pick him up. He's going to play. That's a big running back with incredible speed and power. A type of a bell cow type dude. Seriously. May need to put an asterisk by his name. Oh, I ain't worried about Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn ain't. Deuce was the real truth of the matter is Deuce was a feel-good draft pick that he has heart, a lot of heart, y'all. But Deuce was getting hit like a pinball machine. He just, it'd be hard for him to really make impact. He's more of a, if he was really in the rotation, he wouldn't get no more than, he probably wouldn't touch the ball no more than 3 or 4 times a game. That's it. Not enough impact. He's not even going to be your backup running back. He might be your 3rd or 4th running back. Didn't really even hardly dress. Yeah, he's too small. He really is. Love is hard. This ain't Kansas State, though. It's the NFL. That stuff don't work. Stuff that worked in Kansas State don't work in the league. And they showed him this year. They didn't even dress him a lot because he's just a feel good. Really primarily a feel good story for his father who works for the Cowboys. That was a beautiful picture. Felt good. When we saw Deuce in the preseason, everybody wanted him to say, hey, Deuce ready. But everybody kept forgetting Deuce was doing all that stuff against guys who working at your local grocery store right now. You know what I'm saying? The guys that he was going against in preseason, none of them made the teams. He was going against guys that change oil and stuff like that. I'm just saying. He's just a little bit too small. He's limited, can't pass block, too small. Hell of an athlete. I give him that. Very shifty and that, but if you get your hands on him, going down. And when you that small, you trying to get you get caught up in the jump at the line, you ain't getting out. Too small. So, and then you keep in mind, there were some games that Malik Davis dressed and Deuce didn't. So not only was he didn't dress over Pollard, he didn't dress over Rico, he didn't even dress over Lemke. He didn't even dress over Malik Davis. So, that ought to tell you something right there. There were 4 guys that a lot of times he didn't even get dressed for. So, the Deuce just feel good story. And yes, we need another running back for him. All right, my time's almost up. I'm sorry I didn't open up the lines. Y'all got some good stuff going on in this chat. Let me remind you guys, I'll be with you guys on Monday at 7 o'clock. We might pick this back up. In Cowboy land, there's always something that might pop off at any moment. We'll pick that up on Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. I'll be with you guys on Monday night. Again, if you want to join my new show that's out on NGBN, hope that you'll download that to your phones. If you're on an Android phone, you can download that. We'll be on iPhones probably by the end of the week or so. You'll be able to do that. Download it there. You can download on Roku TV, the NGBN.TV network. You can download that on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, something else I forgot. And Android, your phone. Download it there. There's the show there, Seeking Clearer Thoughts. I have a YouTube page for it already. If you would just go to Seeking Clearer Thoughts on YouTube, type that in, subscribe to the page if you don't mind. You'll be able to see me there. My new show is there. I did one last week. Inspiration, motivation show based from God's word. Hopefully you will be interested in joining me on there. Big Time Show is the Big Time Show. I'll be with you guys talking Cowboy stuff and other sports stuff. There's a lot of other stuff in sports I want to talk about bad. But I just ain't got the time because Cowboys keep feeding me. So it is what it is. All right. I think somebody said something. JD said Deuce is a gadget player. They will incorporate some things for him, but he's limited. Exactly. It is what it is. He was just a good feel-good story. He really was. And I applaud it, and I love his heart. It's just that there are better options at running back than him. They are. And he can't grow anymore. And, he's doing the best he can with the God-given size that he has. But that's not going to be good enough. He's very limited. He can't be out there on third down unless you just throwing a screen to him. But as far as blocking goes, no. They'll just run over him. Can he block? get him in space against a linebacker, he was ready to go. All right. I appreciate y'all. I agree, Shane. That's why we got the draft. Free agency helps, though. It's supplements for the draft. All right, that's it. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all, thank y'all for hanging with me. Hey, before y'all leave, hit that like button again. If you're on YouTube, hit that heart button for me again, okay? Give me about 12 or 15 more. I will see you guys on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, for the one and only. This has been, yes, sir, we did it again. The Big Time Show.